Hi everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. Here and I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful waistcoat for a plus sized person. If you want to learn how to make something like this, please keep on watching. Go ahead and fold your fabric into 4 using your bust measurement and then leave extra 2 inches for button allowance, okay? Then the first thing you want to do is to come down from the top by half an inch and then rule a straight line. So if your client's waist is bigger than the bust, you want to go ahead and fold with the waist measurement, all right? So now what I'm going to do is from the shoulder, I'm going to mark my client's bust point, which is 13. I'm going to mark the under bust 18 and I'm going to mark the waist, shoulder to waist 19. Then I'm going to mark the length of this top, which is going to be 20. Okay, I'm going to repeat that across and rule a straight line. Now, guys, next thing I'm going to do is to mark the round neck, okay? And you want to guess that by doing bust divided by 12, and you just get the standard round neck for your clients. Then I'm going to be marking the V-neck to be 9 inches. From that point where I marked the round neck, I'm going to come down by 9 inches and then connect with a straight line to form that V-neck in front, all right? And I'm going to extend it to the front part of the coat. All right. And then for the back, I'm going to come down by 1 inch and I'm going to connect back to the round neck. Next thing I'm going to do is to take my round shoulder divided by 2, come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope, and then connect back to my neckline. And I'm going to get my client's armhole, which is bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. I'm going to mark that, and then I'm going to mark what it is from the shoulder to that point and take it all the way across and then connect. Then I'm going to go ahead and bring down my armhole line by remarking my shoulder divided by 2 so that the armhole line would be like on a straight line, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is to come up by 3 inches from the chest line for my armhole curve. Then from there, I'm going to go in by half an inch. Then I'm going to connect from the shoulder slope to the point. And then on the chest line, I'm going to mark bust divided by 4. I'm going to mark that by the side. Then I'm going to complete my armhole curve up to that point, all right? Now, guys, next thing I'm going to do is to take my round measurements. So I'm going to come down to my bust point and I'm going to mark my client's round bust divided by 4. Then I'm going to add extra 1.5 for sewing allowance. Then on the under bust, I'm going to mark the under bust divided by 4 and I'm going to add extra 1.5 for sewing allowance. On the waist, I'm going to mark her waist divided by 4, extra 1.5 for sewing allowance. And then I'm just going to connect that all the way and then extend it to the length of this coat, okay? Now, guys, for the extension in front, we're going to be coming back to the front. So we're just going to cut out the back alone and then come and do the extension for the front, okay? So what I'm going to do is to add my hemming allowance at the back, just the back alone. So you can see I'm marking 1 inch for my hemming allowance, all right? Then when I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and cut out the back only, just the back, and leave the front. We're going to come to the front and do our front extension for that, V edge in front, all right? So I've marked my hemming allowance for the back only, and I'm cutting just the back alone. You can see I cut out the hem of the back alone. So cut out the hem of your back alone and leave the front for now, okay? Now, guys, remember to add your hemming allowance at the back before you cut. Now, guys, remember that the length of this top is going to be 20. So I'm going to mark 20 in front. So I'm trying to just transfer that line of 20 inches to the front, okay? So go ahead and do the same thing. That line where you mark 20 inches length for this top, mark it in front like so. And then when you are done with that, next thing you want to do is for the extension, we are going to be making use of 3 inches for the extension. So go ahead and mark 3 inches from the length of your top, okay? Mark 3 inches. Now, when you've done that, the next thing you want to do is to just rule a straight line down using the back, right? Using the center back, rule a straight line down. And then the next thing you want to do is from that line, go in by 4 inches and then rule a straight line from the top down. All right, very simple. Now, when you are done, you want to please extend that 20 inches length. Please extend it to the side, okay? Now, when you are done with the edge, that V shape in front, just rule a basque line from that point to your waist, okay? Now, when you are done, next thing you want to do is to mark your allowance for the front, which is the same 1 inch as you marked for your back. All right, it's just as simple as, as this. Mark your allowance 1 inch all the way and connect. Yeah. And then you can see that at the side, the front and the back are at the same length at the side. Can you see? When you are done, go ahead and cut out the front length or the front down part and then just cut out everything all together. Remember to add your allowance for your armhole, your shoulder, your neckline, both for front and for back. So I'm cutting out my back neckline, then I'm going to transfer that V-neck to the front for the front part of this waistcoat, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut out the front neckline, okay? So guys, you can see I'm going to head to transfer the front neckline, and then next thing I'm going to do is to while I'm cutting, add my allowance and then cut out. All right. So please make sure to add your allowance all round before you cut out. Now, guys, if you want to use full lining for this, go ahead and cut out your lining. I'm going to be making use of facing, okay? And this is going to be sleeveless. So while I'm cutting my facing, I'm going to extend the facing all the way down to the armhole area. I'm going to be showing you guys what I mean. So I'm just trying to show you guys what it looks like when we are done with cutting. You can see how beautiful it's looking. That down part, you can see what it's looking like, okay? Now I'm going to have to cut out my facing, and you can see that my facing extends all the way down to my armhole so that I can turn my armhole with it. All right. If you're not going to be making use of a facing, if you want to make use of full lining, it is still okay. All right. So this is my facing. I just had like a very small material remaining. I went ahead to cut it out. Make sure to extend it all the way down to your armhole so that you can turn your armhole with the facing. Okay. Now for the back as well, I'm making use of this lining because the material was already finished, okay? So you can see I'm cutting it out and I'm cutting all the way down to that armhole area because I'm going to be using the lining to turn the armhole. Very, very important. This is going to be sleeveless and you want it to come out very neat at the armhole area. So please go ahead to extend your facing to the armhole or make use of full lining if you want to. So I'll go ahead and turn out my neckline, my armhole, and the sides. I'm going to head to turn this out and to give it a proper ironing. And this is what it is looking like. This is the back. You can see. I didn't go ahead and turn the armhole for the back because I'm going to be using the back to join the shoulder to the front just like so. So you can see I'm going to be using the back to turn the shoulder for the front. Then when I go ahead and stitch it, I'm not going to continue from that stitch. I'm going to continue stitching down to my armhole for the back, okay? So when you're turning your facing or your lining, turn the front neckline, the front armhole and sides. Then for the back, turn only the neckline, leave the armhole area. And then when you're joining your shoulder, continue the stitch all the way to your armhole and then to your sides. Now, guys, remember that we left 2 inches for the button area. Now you're going to mark 1 inch and you're going to fold by 1 inch. You're going to use your hemming gum to fold this by 1 inch. Then the remaining 1 inch is going to be for lapping. That way, your client's body is not going to be showing from the middle. It's going to sit very well on your client's body. So I'm using 1 inch to fold this with my hemming gum. Please, you can go ahead and weave this first. This is just for tutorial purposes. When I was on, I had to remove this and weave it and then iron it back again. So I'm just showing you guys how you would do this. All right, fold by 1 inch like so and iron with your hemming gum. But please go ahead and weave the edges before you fold. Now, when you are done, the next thing you want to do is to lap that middle button area, lap it very well and pin it, and then go ahead and join by the sides. All right, we are almost done with this top. It is very simple and very nice. When you are done pinning, go ahead and put the front and the back, arrange it together, and then join by the sides. So guys, you can see I'm gonna head to like arrange the front and the back together. Please remember to always pin the middle part before you join by the sides. I'm gonna head to join these by the two sides of my sewing machine, and this is what it is looking like. You can see how neat it's looking, the neckline, the armhole area. All right, so guys, I noticed that extension in front wasn't really giving me the V I wanted at that button area. At that button area, it was. Can you see? It's looking straight from there. It's looking straight, and then the V now started after the button. So I went ahead to like cut it so that it will start from the point of that button area to be going down in a V form. I hope you understand. So you can see what I have now. Can you see? So yours should be looking like this. Now, the next thing you want to do when you are done is to go ahead and do your buttonholes, turn the down parts, hem your down part, do your buttonholes, fix your buttons. And yeah, this is what we have. Yeah, this is very simple to make. If you're a beginner, you want to go ahead and try making something like this for yourself and see how it is. This is for a plus sized person, and you can see how beautiful it is looking. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you learned something today. Please, if you're yet to subscribe to the channel, please do subscribe so that you can get access to more tutorials like this. Don't forget to please like and share, and I'll see you on the next tutorial. Bye.